Welcome to This Explainer. Today we're diving into something that is honestly a real game changer for any organization, and that is root cause analysis. We're going to methodically unpack exactly how to move your team from constantly, and let's face it, exhaustingly reacting to everyday problems to actually permanently preventing them. Because if you've ever felt like you're just fighting the exact same fires day after day, yeah, you are in exactly the right place. So here's a quick look at our roadmap for today. We'll start with the problem of temporary fixes, move right into distinguishing symptoms from actual root causes, cover the strategic value of prevention, explore some core principles, and then we'll wrap up with a really clear path forward. Let's jump right in. Section 1, the problem with temporary fixes. Okay, I want you to picture this. It's Monday morning, you walk into work, and production has completely ground to a halt. Absolute nightmare, right? So the maintenance team rushes over, they do a quick check, and they manage to restart the machine on the factory floor. Boom. Everyone breathes a massive sigh of relief, operations are back to normal, and you go about your day. But then Tuesday morning rolls around, and that exact same machine stops again. And Wednesday? Yep, it happens once more. So you really have to ask yourself, has the problem actually been solved, or did we literally just restart a machine 3 times? This recurring headache, this sort of illusion of a solution, is exactly why we need to dig a little deeper today. You know, most organizations are incredibly good at fixing problems quickly. Machines get restarted, upset customers immediately get a replacement item, stalled projects magically get deadline extensions from management, and glitchy software, well, IT just reboots the system. We're great at these rapid-fire Band-Aid actions to restore operations. But here's the catch. A temporary correction is not always a permanent solution. Sure, they get things moving again for now, but they don't actually remove the real reason the problem happened in the first place. Think about a weed growing in your garden. Business problems behave the exact same way. If you go out there and just snip off the leaves, well, the garden looks fantastic for a few days, right? But the weed just grows right back. If you actually want it gone entirely, you've got to dig down into the soil and rip out the roots. That visible problem you're dealing with at work, that's just the surface. Those are the leaves. The real cause is living much, much deeper inside the system. Which brings us to root cause analysis, or RCA for short. Basically, it's a structured technique designed to identify the absolute initiating underlying cause of a problem so we can stop it from ever happening again. The goal here isn't just to explain what happened or point fingers at who was involved. No, the objective is to find that hidden mechanism that once you fix it or control it, completely stops the vicious cycle. Ultimately, RCA is what helps us step away from that exhausting reaction mode and move toward true sustainable prevention. Moving right along to Section 2, symptoms versus root causes. We honestly waste a ton of energy fixing the stuff that's easy to see. Think about customer complaints, late deliveries, equipment failures, defects. These things are loud, they're super urgent, and they absolutely demand your attention. But root causes? They are completely different. They usually involve hidden systemic things. We're talking flawed processes, poor standards, misaligned communication, inadequate maintenance, or even faulty management systems. The symptom is visible, but the cause is hiding in the shadows. RCA is the tool that shines a light on what we can't immediately see. It's a journey, really. We start with that surface-level warning, the immediate spark, but we don't stop there. With RCA, we move through a very deliberate process, looking at the data and digging deep beneath the surface to find that entire underlying network of root causes. It is literally only by tracing those hidden roots that we can finally reach a state of secure, protected operational stability. All right, Section 3, the value of prevention. Now, let's talk about why RCA is so absolutely crucial. When an organization actually understands its root causes, they can put workable corrective and preventative measures in place. And the payoff is huge. It means you stop throwing away valuable time, money, and emotional energy solving the exact same problem over and over. Because of that, you naturally reduce defects. You see a real boost in customer satisfaction, your daily productivity shoots up, and your operational costs drop. Plus, honestly, it strengthens teamwork because your staff isn't constantly stressed out fighting fires all day. You're building a mature, highly functional culture that is completely focused on preventing issues before they start. Which brings us to Section 4, core principles and applications.
There are 5 core principles at play here, and they kind of lock together like pieces of a giant puzzle. First, systems thinking naturally connects right into prevention. That links directly to the Pareto principle. The idea of focusing your efforts on that vital 20% of issues that are causing 80% of your headaches. And to pull that off, you absolutely need genuine employee engagement, which ultimately drives our final piece, continuous improvement. Every single principle relies on the others to form this complete, dynamic approach to problem solving.
And the beauty of this is that problems are a universal thing, right? So RCA can be applied literally anywhere. It doesn't matter if you're in manufacturing, healthcare, engineering, retail, customer service, or IT. Whether you're dealing with a stalled factory line, a software project that's way behind schedule, or an issue on a hospital ward, the rule is always the exact same. If a problem keeps coming back, root cause analysis can help you fix it for good.
Okay, let's wrap this up in Section 5, the path forward. When you put it all together, the story of RCA is actually pretty straightforward. We always start with a problem that disrupts our day. Then we identify the visible symptom that tipped us off. From there, we trace it down to a specific cause. But crucially, we don't stop there. We push further, digging all the way down to the absolute root cause. And finally, by addressing that root, we arrive at our ultimate destination, prevention. Discovering that underlying root cause is, without a doubt, a genuine operational breakthrough. It lets us put targeted controls in place that basically act as a permanent protective shield for our operations. We move seamlessly from that initial messy investigation straight through to total reliability and protection. So I want to leave you with one final provocative thought. The next time a machine stops, a project stalls, or a customer complains, just take a step back. Ask yourself, are you just reacting to the disruption right in front of you, or are you ready to dig deep and change your organizational culture forever? Basically, are you ready to stop just cutting the leaves and finally pull the problem up by the roots? Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and I wish you absolute success in all your future problem solving.